FLM, wide open thinking, world-class work, and far-reaching results. Now with locations in Minneapolis, Columbus, Indianapolis, and Washington, D.C. A strategic marketing and communications company dedicated to serving clients who specialize in the business of agriculture and the life of rural communities.
We're welcome this afternoon with Mark Jackson, the president of the Iowa Soybean Association. Thanks for joining us on Agri-Pulse Leaders Forum.
Thanks for having me, Sarah. I really appreciate it.
Tell us what the attitude is for Iowa soybean farmers as we go into 2013 with no farm bill, sequestration looming, lots of uncertainty out there. What are your growers telling you?
Well, it's a guarded optimism, I believe. I mean, the farmer by nature is always looking for that next big crop, and that's where we're headed. And I think the farm bill is an element in that. I like to remind people that the farm bill doesn't mean we can't go ahead and farm, because we will go ahead and farm. But the fact that we came off the worst drought in my 40 years of farming is an indication that there could be a possibility we have to struggle some more with the revenue assurance. And obviously we were able to utilize that last year, which was a product that, unlike past times, has kept a lot of farmers farming again in an optimistic manner rather. And so from that perspective, it's all about moving forward.
Crop insurance really made a big difference for folks last year, didn't it?
Yes, the revenue assurance product, which is a new product from the old MPCI back in my earlier days, where it was just A plus B equals the bushels, and obviously the bushels weren't there, you didn't have the price to sell. So I mean, it was a whole different product, so it's definitely where we need to be today.
Now Mark, you've been very involved in sustainability efforts. It's a big word that's being used almost every day here at Classic. Tell us what's going on with your role on trying to get more practices that are meeting sustainability definitions.
Exactly, yes. Sustainability it's been really an interesting conversation. I've been in it for 4 or 5 years on various groups around the world. Field to market seems to be a key element that I've worked out of primarily, but that's evolved into other groups. A lot of the industry people, as well as groups that sell products to farmers, are trying to do the sustainability message, and the farmer primarily needs to talk the sustainability message because our customers around the world, we're so global anymore. We often hear that every other row of soybeans in the U.S. are exported, but if you convert that to my number one customer being livestock, quickly you realize now that we're exporting meats, close to 72% of my soybeans, almost 3 out of every 4 row is being exported in one form or another. So very, very important.
And when we're talking about sustainability, you mentioned field to market. Are they getting closer to having a general definition that everybody can strive for in terms of meeting sustainability standards?
Yeah, the definition is one thing in my mind. I think it's the goal that when at the end of the day, what they do or what we as farmers do with the U.S. soy protocol on sustainability. Once you get that established, I guess you don't really need to establish the definitions, because there are so many definitions. They all sound good, but I think at the end of the day, it's the element of the practical. It's the science. It's what we actually do, and the ability that for us to produce more with less and continue to do it in a profitable manner is the factor that we're in our effort in sustainability.
Now you're also very active in trying to meet some new regulatory standards that are being adopted or being considered in the state of Iowa in order to do more to protect the Mississippi watershed. Tell us where you are with trying to get some more voluntary practices on the ground.
Right, yes. Probably a year and a half ago, Iowa started as an effort to try in a comprehensive form to nutrient reduction strategy in the state of Iowa. The EPA is the big brother, so to speak, watching and saying, okay, we have clean water rules and acts, and rather than being regulated in a mandatory scenario, it becomes apparent we need to be in a voluntary status. So we brought together the legislative body within Iowa, our Iowa State Extension Services, the commodity groups, all worked hand in hand to try to come up with a nutrient management strategy along with the NRCS, the government agencies as well. And so at the end of the day, we can reduce management in a very structured manner that is good for clean air, clean water, and still, do the production of food for our world's customers.
Well, thank you, Mark. Thanks for joining us on Agri-Pulse.
Thank you.